Hey everyone, how's it going? BlueRiser here. Welcome back to AppCast. And this is the return of AppCast. Now, AppCast is a series where I wanted to play more games on the Android Play Store. Overall, it was kind of like a self-fulfillment thing, but we have had quite a bit of a subscriber growth since the last episode. I would recommend checking out the playlist of the old AppCast games, see what I've covered. If you want to suggest your own game, leave it down below and I'll definitely look at it. Now, normally these episodes take around 2 weeks to really get a hang of, because I want to play the game an ample amount of time before I can have a good opinion on it. But anyway, our first return game back is Ride Zero by Load Complete, T for Teen, which, okay, cool enough. You know, in the game itself, the characters curse quite a bit, more than I thought they would, but regardless. And also, if you're new here, I like looking at the page, like the home page of the app, just like look through it, read some reviews, stuff like that, and then we jump into the game. You know, it's kind of a way of showing you some sort of expectation, and then hopefully either I break that expectation or I fulfill it. Now, really, there aren't any interesting reviews here, so we're not going to read those. We're actually just going to jump into the game. Okay, so here we are at the home page. Not too much to really look at. We have our supporter, gameplay, and shop, and then we have our achievements, aka quests, whatever you really want to call them. Now, when I first started this game, playing it around November, they didn't have daily rewards, or at least like log in 10 days total of the month and you get this kind of thing. So it's cool that they have it now, but again, it should just be a launch thing. All app games, mobile games, whatever you want to say, need to have dailies. It's the most important thing. And you know, I could sit here and take you upon every little nook and cranny of this thing, but I don't think it's important since you won't be really spending any time outside of gameplay, shop, and supporter. None of this is really relevant unless you want to change your options of gameplay. Let's talk about the shop last because there's a lot I have to say about it, but first I want to talk about supporters. Now, these are your supporters. Your supporters are for songs, I think. The thing is not very well explained. So we go up here to the question mark. Support and the control support and the manage support supported by a supporter are right. Each supporting detail can be checked by touching each support. The character support can be raised using the same amount, whatever. The level of jewelry supporters can be touch here to view, like, what did I learn there? I learned supporters exist and that I can enhance them and that there are details, but what do supporters do? I don't think that was ever explained in the game, and if I missed it, I missed it. I'll be 100% honest and say I could have overlooked the information, but as far as I know, that wasn't a good explanation. We go over here. We know supporters are part of songs, so if I played Summer Void, Bounce Attack, or Dazzling Sight, this supporter would be there. But what kind of thing does that increase? What does her power mean? What does her... And her skill will unlock later, but even then, I doubt many people will unlock a supporter skill anytime soon. I've been playing for a while now and I haven't unlocked a single one. Now, all the supporters have nice art. I have to say that at least. The art is very nice on all of them. That's one thing I wish we had, like some sort of gallery. That'd be nice to have in this game, because we have such amazing art. But yeah, I think the supporter thing is just a total mess. Now, as you see, it's loading right now. I've had an issue with this, even though I'm on Wi-Fi right now and it should be loading faster. It takes a while for this game to load, practically anything sometimes. It loads up to 10 megabytes on startup. So when you hit from the start screen to load the game, it's 10 megabytes. Now, for people who you know have limited data, this could be an issue for you. Even now, you see it's still loading. I'm not sure what it's loading, but it's still loading something. Now, this is actually the second time I recorded this video. As you can see, it's still loading. When I tried to get in, I had another loading error. It just seems to be a problem that keeps happening. I'm not sure why. And there we go, error something code. I can't read it since it's in Korean. And like, I've had no problems besides maybe longer loading times at startup. But when I'm in game, I rarely have problems like this. So I want to know what happens. Maybe something happened. I don't know. Okay, with that, we finally are out of that. So let's just jump into some songs. Oh, I guess I should explain the modes of play first. All of them are the same, pretty much. The tapping aspect is the same throughout all of them. You'll learn how to play in story mode. The first level is a great tutorial. It teaches you everything you really need to know, so there's no real issue there. Story mode itself has 10 chapters, not very hard. I shouldn't even say chapters, I should say stage. Exactly, they call it stages. There's 10 of them. Once you finish that, that's the end of the story. not too much, not really hard. And then again, they don't limit you to say, oh, the first level is really easy and the last level is like lunatic level. It's not. You can play the whole story on easy if you wanted to. Okay, so because of the loading issues, I'm just going to explain the other two. We have episode, which you go through the episodes of the girls in the story, and you get rewards for every time you complete every mission. And each mission can range up to like 2 to 4 songs that you have to clear. And this time, the difficulty is chosen for you, so as you progress, the more harder the songs are going to get. And obviously more rewards too. Now just a friendly reminder, remember this for the end of the video, that some of them give out star cubes. You see a little thing up there up at the top right that has the 60? Those are star cubes. This is the only way I can think of that's the easiest way to get star cubes. And then chaotic is just challenges. Now my only issue with this game is that you'll be playing a lot, and really that's not a huge issue when you think about it. Oh, you're like, oh yeah, you're supposed to play these games a lot. But because there's no stamina system, you're going to play a lot to unlock the smallest of things. To unlock the next song, you need to play hours. Hours. And I'm not joking. There's around 51 songs or so. There's around that number. So yeah, you have quite a variety of songs in the game. Normally being around 2 minutes, which is a shame. I could have gone for some 3-minute songs. But the grind here is super real. You're going to have to get perfects. You're going to have to master songs over and over and over again. And I'm just saying this because to anyone's common sense, yeah, you would have to keep playing a free game in order to get the most reward. If you're bad at these kind of games, it can seem a bit intimidating. Because your score is not going to go up, your points aren't going to go up, and you're not going to get a lot of money. And so you're going to feel like, I'm getting nothing out of this. I'm doing the same, like, maybe 10 songs over and over and over again. So also, when you pick your songs, when you want to buy them, be very wise of which ones you like. Try episode mode, because episode mode definitely does give you a preview of other songs. That's the best way, and that's how I chose the songs I wanted to unlock later on anyway. So we're going to go ahead and pick my favorite 5 songs, and we're going to do those. Now for this, I'm not going to record my audio, I'm just going to overlay the song, because the tapping won't sound very good, all that kind of stuff. And I guess I'll challenge myself. I'm not good at these games. I'm going to put that out right now. I'm not perfect at rhythm games, but I'm going to play on hard mode and see how far I can get. Okay, so I didn't do too bad there. I missed 3. That's it. Just 3 out of the 917. And I only have 70 on good and 844 on perfect. So I did better than I thought. I really thought I was just going to fail. And so with this, you can normally watch an ad to increase your rewards. I have the starter package because I just had enough star cubes at the time. And it just automatically increases your reward for you. And then you can get supporters after clearing songs. I'm not sure what the criteria is. Maybe it's just play songs enough and one will drop. Or you have to get a new record. Something like that. I'm not sure what it is, but cool enough. You don't have to buy them each time. Okay, so this one's one of my favorites only because of the instrumental itself. It's so cool. And then again, I do like the character. I'm not sure if it's called Spinny or a Spiny. But regardless, she's really cool. She's like, she kind of like Tanya from Yojo Senki. Like, she just has an overall cool character design. I want to steal it, but I won't. Yeah, I did horrible on that one. Boy, oh boy. That was bad. Hey, but new supporter. So I don't know what the criteria is whatsoever. I just do songs. Okay, so I like Phantom Pain because it's like, I think it's the only male vocal one. All the other ones are girl vocals. So I like it because of that reason. Simple enough.
It's life.
So Natsume is one of my favorites because it's one of the few that are in Japanese, so I'm a bit more comfortable with it. But you know, all the other songs are Korean, and it's not like I'm new to hearing Korean music. Definitely not. But I just like it, and it's by Springhead. I'm not, no, wrong. Nicole featuring Eureka. I feel like I've heard of Eureka, but I can't be 100% sure. Oh yeah, look at that new record. I'm pretty sure I smashed my old record. I only missed 2. Okay, so now time for my favorite song, Azure Sky, Prime Mix featuring Round Lee. Round Lee is actually a YouTuber. I like her a lot. She's a Korean YouTuber, but this song's in all English. Unfortunately, her English isn't like 100% perfect in this song. When she's spoken English in other videos and it's like way better, but I still like the song a lot.
I just looked up and found a nice bright piece black over my head. The find each other.
There is a blog post by some Korean guy who has all the songs, so if you want to check those out, it's available too. I'll try to remember to link it in the description or put it in the pinned comment. If I forget, someone just tell me. If you really want to hear the songs, I'll put it there. Without further ado, let's just go to the last thing in this video, which is the shop, which I have certain feelings about. And my first recording of this video, I think it was very jumbled, my opinion, so now I have a more clearer mind and know exactly what I want to talk about when I get to it, if it would load. Okay, so here's the final part, the shop. Now, again, most of the time I come into these games, I criticize the monetization, but I always say, what is enough, what is not enough, should you support it, should you put your money into it, is it worth your money for the time invested, that kind of thing. And here we have a membership. I've never really explicitly said how I felt about memberships. I don't like them. I don't like them in these games at all. It gives an upper advantage to most people, and it doesn't really create a fair playing ground, especially when someone else has more money than you. But again, you see here that you get music packs, supporter tickets, for the most biggest one, the platinum, and you get 4 times the game rewards, but you can pay your way to not have to grind. I feel we should just play the game and have a fair grind. The monetization could have been the supporters if it was well defined. And so we go over here to the supporters, and you have the common supporter and then the rare supporter. With the common supporter, every day it resets back to 500. So if I buy this 500 one right now, it'll be 1,000 afterwards. So we buy this one, go here if it wants to load. Okay, great. Get supporter. And then here you have retry, it's 1,000 now. It's going to keep increasing until the day resets. You know, the more pulling you do, the better. You might sooner or later get one of your supporters like high enough level that they unlock one of their skills, and it's you finally see what does the skill do. Because I want to know. I'm very curious, but I'm not ready to sit through the amount of time just to see one. And I don't see any reason to use your star cubes to summon supporters. I just don't. It's just a precious resource that makes buying songs easier. If you want to buy a regular song, I believe it's like 40 for a song. But overall, you have all these packs. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 packs. So buying that platinum will only get you half of the songs anyway. And then some are obviously locked behind challenges and stuff like that. It's just, I don't think this membership needs to exist. You have to do it for 1,200. Let's see how much that costs. Boom, boom, boom. It costs at least $50. It costs $50 for all the songs. And I think that is way overpriced. Because they're not full songs. They're like 2 minutes. They're short versions of songs. If there was a method in the game to say, okay, you want to play the short version, like light version, or standard version, like the long version of the song, I think maybe this would be a bit justified, but no, I just don't. Overall, I think the shop is just kind of a mishmash of stuff I just don't generally agree with. I think it could be refined to be better. I think supporter should be the main thing. You know, it's one of the main tabs on the home screen. And I think it should have a clear definition to it. Like, this supporter does that. And if they just had supporter gacha, where you could equip supporters and it does bonuses to your songs, I think that's way better than this whole stuff. Membership, we just don't need it. I understand you want to get rid of the ads thing. That's really appealing to some people. But to me, it's not. Because all the monetization they needed was right here. So yeah, I just generally don't like it. I'm not going to sit here and say it's horrible. And should you put your money into it? No, I think the star cubes are overpriced as well. So what do you need? You need 200 for 10 supporters. How much is 200? $10. Yeah, I don't think it's really worth it. Especially when supporters don't have that much of a use in the beginning. And especially since they don't have a multi for common summoner. Oh wait, yes they do. Let's check that out real quick. I'm wrong, they don't. Okay, so they don't have a multi for common support, which sucks. But the best part about the game is you don't have to go to the shop. You rarely have to go to it. Maybe if you want to buy songs, but for the most part, you'll be playing this game day in, day out. and hopefully not too much. Don't burn yourself out. Definitely that isn't needed. It's a nice song. It has nice rhythm gameplay, not too hard. And it's fun. It's just fun. Now, of course, if you don't like Korean music, Japanese music, stuff around that range, this isn't for you. This isn't the rhythm game for you. Okay, and that's it for Ride Zero. I think it's a nice game. The grind is kind of real. I remember just playing this game and sitting at the same place. Like, I didn't feel like I was really progressing that much. And that's, I guess, his biggest issue. Progression is way too slow for me. You'll unlock more episodes for characters, and you'll unlock more stuff. The song acquisition, which is the biggest part about the game, is a bit slow. But luckily it offers a bit more. It has a story mode. Regardless of what you think about it, some will say it's good, some will say it's bad. It's kind of like a visual novel-esque type of thing. I don't think it's the greatest, especially since the dialogue will go outside of the dialogue box sometimes. So as far as it comes to like an English translation, it's not 100% perfect. You know, it has tiny flaws all over the place, but I think its strong, simple gameplay makes up for a lot of its faults. Like, playing the game is fun. I can just sit here and play Ride Zero and just enjoy my time playing and having fun with the rhythm gameplay. Which is why I'm so in the middle about this. Like, I don't want to be too harsh on it because I know I enjoy it deep down. And to me, that enjoyment factor means a lot more than anything else, really. And with all that being said, this is our first episode of AppCast 2018. It's going to be a hard one for me to get back into this, but I'm going to keep trying. I already have 3 other games I already know I'm going to cover, so look forward to those. If you're going to check Ride Zero out, tell me how you feel about it. If you already played it, tell me what you think. Am I wrong about something? Let me know. And please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, especially if you're new here, and I'll see you next time. Peace out.
We were side by side.